good morning everybody. Thank you for waiting. Binabati namin kayo ng magandang umaga po.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. At kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa inyong paghintay sa amin. Medyo nag-ayos lang po. At hinahamon po namin kayo na magpatuloy po kayo sa panonood sa ating programa ngayong umaga.
Ako po si Erlinda Irardo, inyong lingkod.
Ako po si Pastor Jonathan Antonio Fistin Irardo. Okay, tayo po ay sumandaling manalangin. Dakila at aming Diyos na Ama na sa langit, kami po ay lumalapit sa inyo na mayroon pong kahilingan sa umagang ito na ang inyo pong paggabay sa broadcast na ito para po kami ay makatulong sa mga tao na kailangan. Kaya hinihiling po namin sa inyong banal na Espiritu na siya pong patuloy na manguna, maggabay po sa bawat isa amin, sa mga nakikinig, sa amin po na nagsasalita dito po. At dalangin din po namin na maging maayos po yung aming connection para maging maayos po pagdating ng aming programa sa mga tao na kailangan ng tulong. Salamat po marami sa inyong lahat sa pangalan ng Panginoong Kristo. Amen.
Okay. Sa umaga ito, binabati po namin ang mga sumusunod, no? Salamat sa pagsubaybay at patuloy na pagsusubaybay. Hindi lamang po ang Saturday live program natin, maging ang Wednesday program natin. Okay. Binabati namin ng magandang umaga si Miss Esperanza Fajardo at ang kanyang pamilya, Aling SP, si Miss Araceli Tapalis at ang kanyang mga pamilya. Alam mo, nakakatuwa si Aling Sel, no? Ang kanyang mga apo ay sinishare niya pa din yung ang ating programa.
Okay, ako po naman nagbabati doon sa akin pong pamangkin na maganda, yung bukal po na San Jose Occidental Mindoro, si Miss Michelle Fistin Rivera at ang kanyang pamilya. Kasama po si Chumuloy.
Yung mayor ng San Jose Occidental Mindoro. Binabati din po namin si Pastor Kagawad Edwin Magante ng Barangay Burgos, no? Nakikinig. Si Pastora Mona nasa Tarlac kasama ang kanyang mother at pamangkin daw ay nakikinig din.
Okay, si Pastor Menyosa ay binabati po din namin, si Joshua, Daniel po, at saka si Delia, si Tina, at saka si Micaela, at si Ken po, at si Rose. Maingat na po na pagbiyahe kina Kent sa Tarlac ngayong umaga. Ganun po binabati namin si Banji Diaz Alvaro at yung akin pong hipag, si Ines at saka yung kanyang asawa po na si Stephen.
Okay, yung kaibigan namin na dyan si Anita Monterial, The Pueblos family sa Misamis Occidental, kay Pat at kay Nathaniel, si Mike at si Nen Lopez, si Delia Ricardo at ang family na nasa Australia, si Benedict Milo and his wife. Napakaganda po ng ating programa ngayong umaga, The Impossible Love. Are you dealing with impossible love? Alamin natin ngayong umaga.
Maraming tao po na sabi nga, dealing with having an attainable love. If you're not careful, those feelings can easily overwhelm you because that person is always in the back of your mind. Sa likod po lagi sinatin siya na impossible love is desired for someone that has a little likelihood or fulfillment. Typically, the object of impossible love is thought of as someone who can appease your desire, but for various reasons is beyond your reach.
Hindi kayang abutin, no, Pastor Jonathan. When you face with dilemma of impossible love, it is good idea to pinpoint why relationship is not going to work. Bakit kaya hindi to
Gumana. Gumana.
No? Hindi pwede. To make sure that there is really nothing can be done. Okay, there are so many reasons for relationship to become impossible. Isang hugot, imagining mo. Okay, mag-imagine ka na ngayon. Yung crush mo, crush ka din. Yung mahal mo rin. Mahal ka din. Anong ending? Imagination lang pala. Ito hugot ni ating na mayapang Miriam Defensor Santiago. Okay.
Tingnan po natin yung mga main signs of impossible love. When you fall in love with a person who does not have the same feeling for you, it also a sign of impossible love.
Okay, binabati namin si Aslin, my best friend. Thank you for watching. Si Tintin, okay, in spite of the fact na alam ko may trabaho. Okay, si Sir William G. I'm watching din Araceli Tabat. Maraming salamat po. Okay, another one, a love can be impossible. It is inappropriate. Ano ibig sabihin? Like falling in romantic love with married person. Hindi pwede po. Married na siya. It's impossible to love that person. Halimbawa, it is your father or your mother. No? Hindi pwede po ma-fall in love. Like your kapatid, siblings, no? Pinsan, it's impossible. Children, anak, lalo na, hindi pwedeng it's mahalin bilang anak, pero hindi mahalin bilang kabiyak or asawa, no? Teacher! Naalala ko yung nagtuturo yung anak namin sa isang high school. Yung sabi, Ma, mintayin nyo kami. Sabi nung anak namin, baka lola na ako pag hinintay ko pa kayo. No? It's impossible. If it is your boss, no? Yung amo o boss mo siya, it's impossible. And other, no? Na imposible talagang bigyan ng pagmamahal.
Long distance can also create a situation that leads to impossible love, especially if one of the lovers cannot agree with a long distance relationship.
Hindi sila. Binabati namin si Queenie Marquez na nanonood din. Falling in love with celebrities, naku, lalo na to, hindi pwede, no? Inangaan mo dahil ang galing niya na gumalaw no, bilang artista. Alam mo yung mga artista sa screen napakahusay nila, pero personal magkaiba. Lang yung mga singers, you are in love with the voice of the person, no? It's impossible that you're going to love that person. Influencer, naalala namin yung YouTubers, no? Minsan na-in-love kayo sa kanilang sasalita ng mga bagay o kaya describe ng isang bagay, no? Napakahirap po nun. It's a feeling of impossible love too.
Okay? And even in simple things like extreme differences in lifestyle or opinion can lead to a case of impossible love. If you feel as though you have fallen into impossible love situation, keep listening. There are some coping mechanisms that can help you pull out of the situation. Now that you know you are dealing with impossible love, how do you stop wanting someone you cannot have?
Okay. Talaga ito yun, no? Keep listening. Gently work on accepting. You accept na imposible talaga tong aking nararamdaman. No? Figure out exactly what it makes this an impossible love scenario. Alam mo, tingnan mo, paano mo maabot yung isang singer na nasa television, hahanapin mo pa yung lugar ng kanyang pag-ibig. Once you have this, start coming in terms with fact this situation is wrong for you. Alam mo, mali ito eh. Easier said than done. Yes, tama. No? Sasabihin namin, mahirap gawin. Pero you have to do it. No? You have to do it and deal with it. No? it will be easier for you if you deal with that for you to accept the impossibility of that love.
Okay? Think of this reality. There are billions of people living. In fact, here in Trinidad, Benguet, there are more than 25,839 male single. Cordillera single female, 280 plus. And single male, 340,000
40,000.
plus. A lot of them, ulitin nyo, yes, we know that it is not impossible to stop loving someone if takes time and effort. Okay?
Totoo yan, no? Sabi ko sa inyo, maraming single person na tumila po, alam niyo, napakaganda. Draw a line between fantasy and reality. Ito ay fantasy ko lang, hindi ko kayang abutin yan, no? Ito ay reality, napakadami. Make sure na yung marami yung you are just daydreaming. Ito yung reality. In front of you, there are person that you want to fall in love, no? When you are living out your fantasies with this individual, you are spending a lot of time about this person. Imagine nyo yung mga oras na nilagay nyo doon, sayang, ina-imagine nyo pa where you are going to travel, the two of you, no? Another is, ano yung magiging theme song nyo? Kung makita mo, halimbawa, you are a singer, as a singer, ang ganda nung kanya, ay, yan na lang ang theme song natin. You are talking to yourself, not to the singer, you know. Yan ang magiging theme song namin. Ano kaya ang pagsayaw namin sa wedding day? Wow, you are dreaming beautifully. Nako, but as you hang on that, what will happen to your fantasies? Nako, they are not perfect. It is not a perfect relationship because it is only a dream, no? Hindi kayo pwedeng nagagawa ng dalawa, hindi kayo nagpaplanong dalawa. No one likes that, no? You argue with the real world issue, right? By painting the ideas na idolize nyo. Ito yung dapat namin gawin. Accurate picture talaga with this relationship. Pero alam nyo po, hindi po katotohanan. At nakikita nyo po, walang mali doon sa mga dinidream nyo. Hindi, it's a perfect dream. Perfect fantasies talaga, no? Ginagawa nyong tama lahat. Pero you know what? Hindi lahat ay perfect relationship. Even my pastor, matagal na, 40, almost 50 years, nagsasama pero may mga conflict. It's not perfect relationship. Lalo na, yun yung pinafantasize niya.
Okay? Or walk away. The best thing to do is to walk away from the impossible love entirely. We do not want just mean physically walking away. Text, message, voicemail, picture, whatever it is that reminds of this person, you need to eliminate from your life. This is also means removing them from your social media platform. Napakahalaga to kung gusto mo pong ma-erase. Okay?
How do you know you are dealing with an impossible love? Oh, you probably know that your feeling cannot develop into something real. Makikita nyo, hindi ito makatotohanan.
Okay.
Hindi aabot doon, no? You keep on denial, no? Yung deny sa sarili. Hindi, makukuha ko pa rin yan. Makukuha ko pa rin. But, if the palinsin apply to you, then you know, for a fact that you are very strong emotion for a man that you cannot easily get rid of. No, ibig sabihin hindi mo kayang alisin ito sa iyong kaisipan. No, ito yung makikita mo ang nangyayari sa buhay mo kung ito ay hindi mo maalis sa iyong puso at kaisipan.
Lagi mo siyang napanaginipan. Naku po, talaga napakahirap to kung mapanaginipan mo lagi. Pagising mo, pagtulog mo, na lagi siyang naalala. You got an ultimate fantasies about him. Kung talagang pinapantasya mo siya, imagine mo, kasama mo siya kung anong ginagawa niyo. Okay, you miss him. Talaga matindi ang pag-miss mo sa kanya. You're jealous of his girlfriend. Ito na po yung katotohanan na siya ay may girlfriend, ikaw ay nagselos sa pag nakita mo. Number 5, you think about him almost 24 hours habang nandyan, naalala mo siya. Sa loob ng isang linggo, sa loob ng isang linggo, sa loob ng isang buwan, sa mga lumilipas na mga buwan, naalala mo pa rin siya. Your heart keeps on beating when you think about him. Para bang kumakalabog-kalabog yung iyong puso pag naalala mo siya. Okay? You constantly check if he has a message on you, new message. Bakit wala pa lagi? Okay.
Ang ano ko doon, Pastor, hindi lang message kasi hindi ka nga ma-reach ng isang pinapantasize mo. Minsan, alaala ko yung isa sa mga anak ko, talagang gustong-gusto itong isang pagdating na kumantayan sa television, tumatakbo yan.
Alam niya yung boses pati. Alam niya yung boses.
Ay, naku. Tapos may isa pa na ang kanta na yun, dinidicate niya dito. No? Dinidicate niya dito sa pinafantasya niya. Your moments together are curved into memory. Naku, yung mga ginawa niyo yon ay memory na lang. Yung mga pinapantasize niyo memory. You've been looking forward to meeting him for weeks or months. O paano, no? Naalala ko when somebody fantasize a celebrity. Naku, gumagawa ng paraan na makita kung saan pupunta, inaalam ang schedule para lang mapuntahan nyo. Okay, you think about him when you are with your boyfriend, even with your husband. That's impossible. Meron ka ng asawa, meron ka ng boyfriend, pinapantasize mo pa rin itong taong ito.
The obstacle is impossible. May vary o hindi pa kasi magkakapare-parehas. The object of your affection may be attached to someone else. Unimaginable. Geographically, ay malayo sa bawat sa disinterest in your gender, desist or incapable of returning to your affection. This obstacle can lead you to experience of distress talagang o anguish o grief, anger, galit ka na, bakit hindi siya tumatawag, ano nangyari sa kanya. However, since an everyday relationship is not possible, the participant in a situation of impossible love may be safe to experience intensely that otherwise would be threatening. Okay? Impossible love is shaming. Kaya grabe. Lalo na kung marami na nakaalam na bakit ka parang baliw ka na. Dahil sa bigat siguro niya naramdaman, minsan masasabi mo na.
Yeah, shame experience is impossible love. It's not ordinarily how you would expect. Shame to feel nakakahiya, minahal ko siya pero hindi ako minamahal. Or kaya, mayroon ka namang minahal, no? At nagkaroon kayo ng relationship, pero another thing is nag-fantasize ka sa iba. So, kagaya kanina sinabi natin, you have the boyfriend, you have the husband or the husband, may asawa ka na talaga, nagpa-fantasize ka pa ng iba. Alam niyo mangyayari sa inyong relationship, mayroon gap, mayroon anger, no? Dahil minsan hindi mo na nagagawa yung dapat mo gawin sa husband mo. So, anong nangyayari? May mga simple steps tayo na titingnan natin that impossible once and for all ay ma-cut na. Yung sinasabi ko kanina sa inyo, yung husband, may asawa, nagpa-fantasize ka, ay magkakaroon ng break up, no? Because of that, anong gagawin mo? You say, sorry po. Sorry my love. Ikaw talaga ang mahal ko, napapantasize lang ako dito, no? Now, how we are going to recognize this, to really love the deserving lover, no? Okay?
Recognize that the problem is largely with you, nasa iyo. Okay, anong gagawin mo? Recognize the problem. There are different type of impossible love. Okay, ganito po siya. But some essence in this is the same. You romanticize this person, this man, or this woman. Honestly, you want nothing than to share your life with him or her. But that is impossible. That's why you silently cling. No? Pinahawakan lang to the pain in these causes. It's the only way that you can feel close to him. But in reality, your impossible love is far from perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
the real partner is not perfect. Even the real partner, I say, in a relation, there are always things that happen that you would like. You don't like to that relationship. You get into a fight, di ba? Nag-aaway kayo, is not romantic enough, you feel rejected, you get disappointed, and so on. These are lists na marami kayong hindi pag-unawaan. This is the reality, no? But your impossible will never do something wrong. Hindi ba? Totoo yan, no? Ang nasa fantasy mo, nasa dream mo, at that person is perfect talaga, no? Pero that's not the reality. We are forgetting about it as something positive, no? Try and see what's positive about it. There is a simple and scientific proven exercise on how to process your heartbreak faster. Siyempre, may mga para lang mas mawala kayo kaagad doon sa impossible love, no? Let's see. You have
Okay, the example of think about the following. Ito isipin mo paano magpadali. You know, have to leave more time for your activities. Kaya bigyan mo ng panahon ang iyong sarili para mayroon kang magawa na iba para mawala siya sa iyong isip. You can have to live with constant emotional pain and uncertainty anymore. You're now available for someone else, again, for someone you can actually have a good, fulfilling relationship lang. Bigyan mo yung sarili, okay?
Okay, write down a list, no? Yung susulat mo lahat that comes out in your all things that you help to forget that person, no? And make it easier. The relationship between you is over. Ilalagay nyo na, these are the impossibility, no? Isulat mo yon. Malayo siya, hindi ko kayang abutin, no? Marami siyang fans, marami siyang hindi kaya gawin ang kakasama ako. Okay?
Pangatlo po, find plenty of distraction. Kaya ano po yung distraction yung panggulo? Drowning is in a misery by yourself at home is not a good solution. Instead, focus on your well-being. People often underestimate the power of distraction. Live your own life. Start building a new social contact. Okay? Go and exercise, read some book. Eh, napakamarami po ikaw na maisip. Kaya kung itutuon mo kasi yung sarili mo sa kanya lang, eh, magkaloka ka talaga ng problema. Kaya sabi nga, i-widen mo po yung iyong tinatawag natin horizon.
Okay. Take up a new hobby. Ano bang pwedeng gawin pa na gagawin na mawala lang sa kaisipan mo, no? Sabi namin nung nakaraan ay try a new recipe. Alam nyo, napakaganda, no? Nung bago pa kami nag-asawa, hindi talaga ako marunong luto, no? Nagtingin ako kung paano, pag kumain kami sa isang restaurant, titingnan ko yung mga ingredients na yun, kung anong kasama din ako, lulutuin ko yun. Ngayon, isa yun. We are suggesting, try a new recipe, no? Hang out with your friends or family. Naku, kailangan ka hang out with your friends, talk with your family, give them some stories na hindi nyo binabanggit yung your impossible love, no? Huwag niyong banggitin yon. Even the name, no? Wag kang take time to make stories about him or sometimes fantasize, no? Talagang avoid it. In short, go to work, no? Kung kailangan magtrabaho ka. Then saying goodbye to a man who could never be with. Don't say goodbye, bye-bye. Bye-bye my impossible love or your love. Or, sabi nga, kung mayroon ka ng relationship with that person, if you have to cut it off, no? Sinabi namin sa inyo yung mga impossible love, kailangan i-cut off na, you have to do it, no? There are two options. Either you use your situation as an excuse, you know, become bitter, sad, and depressed, no? Magiging depressed, and we will talk about it, no? Na magkakaroon ng distress or bitterness or depression na hindi kayo magkatuluyan, or transform that negative into energy, turn it into something positive. What do you do? Okay, ito yun. Nagkaroon ako ng sama ng loob, nainis ako sa taong iyan. Okay, gamitin mo yan in positive way. Hi, sabi mo sa sarili, maganda ako. O gwapo ako. Marami pa ako mamimit na hindi kagaya mo. Mas better or make the best. Ang sabi nga namin, no, sa mga nagpapantasize ng ganon, mayroon nakalaan ang Panginoon na the best. Do not settle for the second best. No? Get the best and the Lord will give you that.
Okay, try to talk about it less. Sabi nga namin, this goes hand with hand with your previous step. If you skip this step, you won't get anywhere. Kung pag hindi mo pinalapas, ay hindi ka talaga makaka-abante sa iyong impossible love. Your love for Him will only be bigger, palaki na palaki, if you put a lot of energy and time focusing on Him or on it, sa iyong impossible love. So, by continuous talking about Him, your friends, you're only making it worse. Lalo kang malululong dito. Don't ruin your progress by continuously talking about Him. Kaya kalimutan mo na, sabi namin, gumawa ka ng ibang kapal. Remember that your brain is extremely powerful. If you keep repeating in your mind that you miss Him a lot, alam mo yung problema to, you will continue feeling miserable. Ikaw po ang magmumukhang kawawa. Kung siya naman ay nag-enjoy, maligaya siya, ikaw ay mukhang kawawa, mo talaga magiging kawawa ka. And that doesn't help. Hindi talaga ito makatulong. The complete rehab to let it go on the impossible love. Take about 10 weeks, 10 linggo. Then, your love addiction start to decrease slowly. Tandaan niyo po pag medyo kinakalimutan siya, talaga makakalimutan mo.
Yeah, it takes, sabi nga, no, ng isang site, it takes 10 weeks.
Continuous repeat na hindi mo nag-aisipin siya. Okay?
Biro mo, 10 weeks niyan, makakalimutan ko
Sa
lang.
buwan.
Be determined to give other guys a chance. O yan. O other male, no? Marami magaganda. Sabi nga namin kanina ni Pastor sa inyo, dito lang sa La Trinidad, napakadami ng magaganda po. At maganda, mga gwapo. Dito lang yun, ha? How about other areas like sa NCR, sa Visayan area, sa Mindanao area? Super, napakadami. Don't bug yourself to that impossible love. Okay? Now, maybe you doesn't want to let go. Yun yung mahirap.
Problema talaga. Malaking problema.
It is not unlikely he'll send you a text or message because maybe you are forgotten already. No? Sino ba? Naalala ko when during the time ni Nora Honor, no? Ni Teresa Cruz, later ni Manny De Leon, sasignan yung autograph mo. Tatanungin ang pangalan mo. Sasignan niya, love. Teresa Cruz III or Manny De Leon. What? Well, akala mo in love sa'yo kasi nakalagay love. Pero it's not, no? What can we help you move on, no?
Okay.
Hold the brakes. Brake talaga. Alam niyo sa kotse, di ba? Pag pinol mo yung brake, handbrake, ihinto talaga. So you need to make a distance and time alone to get over your feelings. Okay? Spend time with other men. Hindi ibig sabihin physically nandoon ka kasama nila, you jumping into bed with a first guy you met. But simply by going out and socializing with other men, no? Iba ginagawa ito, may mga churches na having fellowship because ayun, ang sabi nila, ay walang maganda sa fellowship natin kaya nagkakaroon ng other fellowship, pero makakakita
inter-church fellowship.
Okay. Give some other men, as we said, a fair chance, no? Okay.
Ituon po natin yung ating kaisipan doon sa mga tunay na kalalakihan in front of you. Yung sa harapan po, hindi yung malayo. And push away your thought about the unsuitable guy or yung impossible love. And please do not compare them with the dream image of perfect man who does not exist. Napakalaga po, huwag natin kumpara. In your imagination lang po ito yung nasa isip. Kaya napakalaga po na huwag mong gagawin. Ang anin po, get rid of all the traces of him. Okay, lahat na nagbigay sa iyo ng paalala, alisin mo. Kaya halimbawa, binigay sa iyo, pamigay mo na yung mga binigyan ka ng maalala mo lagi, binigyan ka ng bracelet o pamigay mo, iparapol mo. Have your distance yourself from him or more than 10 weeks, but still not forgetting about him, then the chances are not that you still have some hope somewhere. Di mo sa paalala mo na ko sa. And even though you know it's not going to happen between you two, okay? Kailangan kalimutan ka. Say your final goodbye and once and for all. Saying farewell, okay? Indifferent from distancing. Siguro kung may retrato ka sa kanya, sunugin mo na para makalimutan mo, mawala na lahat na magpapalala sa iyo.
It requires drastic measures. Stop allowing daydreams and fantasy about him. Okay? Stop responding to his text messages. Or kung mayroon siyang, anong tawag dito, communication with you. Okay, change your anong tawag doon? Yung cellphone number. No? Anong tawag dito? SIM card. You change your erase his phone number. Delete him from Facebook and social media platforms. Kanina sinabi namin. Don't trick yourself into thinking he or mayroong pang pagkakataon. Okay? Don't talk about him, as we have said, to your friends or to your family anymore. Forget it. And of course, don't spend any more time near him. No, not even a tiny bit. No. Maski na maliit lang. Do not. Whatever you pay attention, it becomes bigger, no? Maski maliit lang, it becomes bigger. Ano kanina sinabi ni Pastor na our mind is powerful, no? Pag pinaalala, naku, ang hirap mawala yan. The more contact you allow yourself to have with him, the greater problem is going to be.
Ito po yan.
Masyadong talagang lalaki ang problem. So you can move on with your life.
7 po na one step ay put everything in perspective. Ganito po siya. Heartbreak might seem like it the end of the world. Kala mo ito na katapusan na yung mundo. Nag-isip ka na ko ng but there are worse things that can happen. One last piece of advice to wrap up things. Okay? Ito po isang hugot sa dami ng tao sa mundo. Di na mahirap maghanap ng tao mamahalin. Alam mo kung anong hinahanap mo.
Kung ano ang mahirap hanapin.
Kung ano yung mahirap mong hanapin, yung tao, karapat-dapat sa'yo. Yun po, yung totoo talaga. Hanap ka ng hanap. Yung pala, hindi yun, ito pala yung taong deserving para sa iyo na hindi mo siguro minumulat yung iyong mata, close na yung mata para ambulan sa iba. Okay? Take a moment and put everything into perspective. Okay?
It might feel like your heart is broken.
So po yun.
And that you can live without Him. Mali po yun. But is that true? Come on. Hundreds of thousand people deal with heartbreaks every day. Alam niyo ba yun? Napakadami pong sumasakit ang puso, sumasakit ang ulo. Like, ano po ito? Mas worse po yung iba. What? Mayroon pong ngayon sa kasalukuyan po maraming taong nagugutom. There's a heartbreak. Sabi ko nga, our heart cries for these people who are hunger. No? Marami pong Pilipino are going to bed hungry, no? Walang kinakain. Everyday people experience a lot more horrible things like bankruptcy. Alam nyo ngayon, wala pong nagdi-deposit kaya nababankrupt po ang mga institution ngayon. Divorces, yung pag-iwalay na mag-aasawa, no? Death, alam niyo ba kung ilan na namatay sa buong daigdig? Almost 3 million na. Okay, accident, no? And terrible diseases like ngayon ang virus natin, no? Some people call it negative way of thinking, but I'm a big believer in that. When you compare your situation to much worse problems and scenario, you will see that it's not as bad as you think. Marami pa po if you think about it. It's not the end of the world for you.
Hindi po yung katulad yung this is the end of the world. Kaya may kanta po na gano'n eh. Ito rin daw katapusan ng kanyang mundo. Hindi po totoo yun. Take time. Bigyan mo po ng panahon. It will heal up. Gagaling po yan. Kaya nga kailangan lang po ay i-relax na din natin yung sarili. And you will be alright. Ito napakalaga. Magiging maayos din po yan. You might think your sadness is much worse and different from everyone else. Ito po yung isip mo. Although it's difficult talaga. Totoo naman po talaga na mahirap. Lalo na po yung tinatawag nating impossible love. Just know that someday you will get through it. Kaya malalampasan mo rin yan. Going through various relationships, whether they work or not, whether they are real or not, can ultimately be beautiful thing. There's always something to be learned from living a relationship, and almost always the next relationship is even better because of it. But it could be worse. Kaya dalawa po yun, better or worse.
Kasi, Pastor, pag nag-hang on pa rin siya doon sa
Impossible love.
It's
worse.
Worse kasi, hindi ba, pinantasize niya ng right person ito. Tapos nakatagpo pala siya ng hindi yung nasa isip niya at nasa puso niya. So, it could be worse. Now, let us hear on this, no? The wrong use of love. Ano yung maling paggamit ng pag-ibig? It has a wrong direction, no? The result is suffering and conflict. Pag mali ang kagaya nun, halimbawa may husband ka na o may boyfriend ka na, now, nagpapantasize ka pa. The result is suffering and conflict. The desire for this love is cause of many disorder in society, nation, and the world, like adultery, divorce, free sex, family breakdowns, teenage pregnancy, abortion, incest. Ito yung mga lolo, ginamit ang apo, tatay, pinsan, ginamit ang kamag-anak. Pornography, rape, prostitution, homosexuality, sexual perversion. These are the wrong use of love.
Kaya po na babanggit namin ito kasi lalo na po ngayon na yung ating social media, makikita nyo po nakakalungkot na hindi dapat mangyari ang siyang nangyari. Pero po ito yung tingnan natin yung right direction is the true love.
Pastor, bago ka mag-right direction, gusto lang natin batiin si Marken, watching right now, si Sister Cristina Manyoska, Okay, good morning sa inyong lahat. Si Pastor Mona and si Ma'am, our Baguio City Counselor. Thank you, Ma'am, for your watching. Good morning po, City Councilor Pilian Wegan Alan ng Baguio City.
Okay? Ito po yung while right direction natin sa tinatawag natin true love, meron pong tinatawag na stability, harmony, happiness, at hope.
Yes.
Napakahalaga po ito kasi kailangan po when you decide to get married, kailangan po yung iyong isipan ay doon lang sa iyong partner. Fidelity between husband and wife, love between parents and children, good families create a good communities and societies. Ito po yung binigay sa atin ng Diyos na yung ating community ay nagsisimula sa tinatawag nating pamilya. Nation, ng ating bansa. And sabi nga natin, yung mas magandang pamumuhay sa daigdig. Ang pag-ibig po is the greatest and the most powerful force in the universe and the source of life and happiness. Napakahalaga po na nakita natin ang tunay na pagmamahal. The act of love is destined to be according to God's principle, the most beautiful and sacred and sublime experience. But if this act is carried out in an illicit, yung mali na kaparaanan, it becomes a dirtiest and most degraded and most shameful na kakayang karanasan. And therefore, illicit or forbidden or impossible love is also very destructive force and causes enormous frustration sa buhay ng isang tao. Disappointment and suffering. Ito po yung mararanasan ng tao pag mali yung tinatawag nating pag-ibig. Kaya napakahalaga po na dumadaan din tayo sa counseling bago tayo magkaroon ng tinatawag na commitment sa ating married life.
Yes, napakaganda yung pastor, no? Kaya ang ina-advise nila kailangan dumaan sa counseling, lalo na yung panandalian lang ang kanilang engagement, no? Knowing God is the hardest, but it is the central thing in the life of a Christian, no? Napakahirap, akala nyo imposibleng mahalin kayo ng Diyos. No! Ang tao lang ang nag-iisip na imposible siyang mahalin. Pero God's love, mas magaling doon sa na pinapantasize niya. As Apostle Paul prayer is beautiful to ponder. No? Gusto kong pakinggan niyo maigi ito. I pray ang kanyang prayer ni Apostle Paul. I pray that from His glorious, unlimited resources, He, God, will empower you with inner strength through His Spirit. Then Christ will make His home in your heart as you trust Him. Your roots will grow down into God's love and keep you strong. And may you have the power to understand, as all God's people should, how wide, how long, how deep His love is. May you experience the love of Christ, though it is too great to understand fully. Then you will be made complete with all the fullness of life and power that comes from God. That we could find it in Ephesians 3:16-19. Alam niyo, napakaganda po. Kung paano magmahal ang Panginoon, we would like you to know that this impossible love you think cannot be yours. We would like to give you the best kind of love. His love is not impossible because minahal ka niya before you know it. Perfect love cannot be found in imperfect people, kagaya ng your impossible love, no? Even your husband, even your boyfriend, even your parents, those are imperfect people na hindi talaga perfect ang kanilang love. Alam nyo, mga kabataan, lalo na kung naghahanap kayo ng love, there is only one perfect love, which is God's love. No? Isang hugot yun. God's love. Hashtag God's love.
Perfect love is calling. It is, if we anchor ourselves to that perfect love, God's unconditional love for you. Ulitin ko po, yung unconditional love ng Panginoon, ito lamang ay pwede po doon sa mga mananampalataya. Tandaan niyo po ha, sa mga mananampalataya, sa ang buhay nila ay sinuko nila at kinilala nila sa mga kasalanan, nagpailalim sila sa kapangyarihan ng Diyos. Okay? Then, peace and love because His forgiveness, if we fail, His love is sacrificial. His love is immovable. Hindi po ito kayang baguhin kung ikaw isang anak na nagkamali. Lagi na doon para is always with you and with me. His love is perfect and His love is humble. Okay? Napakahalaga po ito na makita natin kung yung pagmamahal ng Diyos ay sumasa atin. Magkakaroon po tayo ng tamang tinatawag nating love sa ating buhay.
Okay, binabatay namin si Joshua, pahabol ng kanyang panonood. Okay. Mga minamahal, no? Impossible love. For God, there's nothing impossible. Love Him, no? You try to shift your mind to God because He loves you when you don't care about Him, no? Minahal ka na niya. Minamahal ka niya at patuloy ka niya mamahalin hanggang ma-realize mo na mahal ka pala. Nothing is impossible with God. Ang pagmamahal niya is not impossible. Alam niyo, pag magmahal siya, hindi ka iwanan. Gaya ng sabi ni Pastor kanina, hindi ka niya pababayaan. He is with you always, no? Hindi ka gaya ng pinapantasize natin. Even the very person na in love and the person that loves you, no? Naalala ko no, yung dalawang mag-asawa, I think 52 o 55 years na sila, nasa hospital yung guy, ang kanyang wife ay nakahawak sa kanyang kamay, and that is no, but you see, it's a true love. At sabi natin, it's a true love. Pero hindi natin alam ang naging background 50 years ago kung paano ang itong imperfect person naging close, very close because of their love to each other, no? Ang sabi nga, if you fail, hindi mo siya mahalin, patuloy ka niyang mamahalin. Pag nagkamali ka, He's going to forgive you. And unlike with other person, no? Hindi ka niya patatawarin minsan.
May naalala po ako lang bigla doon sa pagmamahalan ng mag-asawa. Ito po yung tunay na nangyari. Nagbahalan po itong mag-asawang ito. Pero po after marriage, yung babae, iniwanan yung kanyang asawa at siya naging tinatawag nating nagsama sa iba na lalaki. Pero sabi nung kaibigan nila na kaibigan nila, sabi niya, iwanan mo na yung iyong asawa. Hindi siya karapat-dapat sa iyo. Alam niyo ba, nagalit pa ito mama to. Sabi niya, kahit ano sabihin ko, mahal ko pa rin yung asawa. Alam niyo po, dumating sa point na nagkasakit yung babae dahil po doon sa kanyang illicit relationship sa ibang mga lalaki. Alam mo po, kinuha pa rin ito ng kanyang asawa. Hanggang sa point ng kamatayan, yung tunay na asawa na iniwanan, yun ang nag-alaga sa kanya. Ito po yung pagmamahal na binibigay ng Diyos sa atin. Minsan kahit iwanan natin yung Diyos, yung kanyang pagmamahal ay naghihintay na tayo ay magbalik loob sa Kanya. Kaya napakasarap po na matagpuan natin ang tunay nating pag-ibig sa Diyos kung yung ating partner ay hindi po sila perfect. Susceptible po sila na magkamali o magkasala. Pero po yung Diyos na nagmahal sa atin, nagbigay ng kanyang buhay. Hindi po siya nagbabago. Kung ikaw ay tunay na anak niya, yung kanyang pagmamahal sa iyo ay ganun. Kaya napakahalaga po na patuloy tayo mag-cling doon sa pagmamahal ng Diyos. Pagkat siya po yung Diyos na mayroong perfect love na kayang ibigay sa atin.
Amen. Okay. Natutuwa po kami na nandiyan kayo. Let's ask Pastor Jonathan to pray for those suffering on impossible love, mga hurting people, those who are sick.
Okay? Tayo po lalapit sa ating Panginoon. pagkat siya po ang pinagmumula ng pag-ibig. Dakilang Diyos, narito po kami, aming Ama,
Yes.
aming Diyos sa langit. Kayo po ang nagbigay ng example ng tunay na pag-ibig. Kaya nga po nilalapit namin sa inyo yung mga tao na nakaranas po, Panginoon, na ibinahagi namin ng impossible love. Yung mga pagmamahal po na hindi ito dapat. Kaya nga po sa inyo po nakaparaanan. Dalawin niyo po yung mga tao ito na nakakaranas ng ganito kasakitan. Kaya nga po, Panginoon, kami nagpapasalamat ng maraming sa panahon ito na maibahagi po namin sa aming mga kababayan o sa ibang tao. Lalong-lalo na po yung mga taga-ibang bansa na kung sila po ay nagkaroon ng impossible love, ito po ay nagdadahilan na ang kanilang kasambayan ay magkahiwalay. Ngunit pinapasalamat po namin pagkat dito sa amin sa bansa Pilipinas ay hindi po ganon. Mayroon pa po kayong pagtyaga bagamat sinasabi na para ito lamang sa aming anak. Pero ito po yung kaparaanan ninyo na kung ang tao, isang tao ay makakilala sa inyo, yung tinatawag namin impossible love na mag-asawa ay magkakapalikan at magkaroon po sila ng magiging magandang halimbawa, lalong-lalo na po sa kanilang mga anak. Kaya nga po kami nagpapasalamat sa broadcast na ito na magamit niyo po yung maliit naming kaalaman upang mabahagi po ito. Ama, salamat po muli na sa lahat. Pagpalain niyo po yung mga nakikinig sa araw na ito at sa mga darating po Panginoon, sa mga tao na mag-open ng YouTube na ito. Ama, salamat po marami. Pagkat kayo tanging kayo lamang din yung aming pag-asa. Ama, pinupuri po namin kayo at pinatakilan sa mga halimbawa po na nakuha namin. Kung pwede po Panginoon yung mga taong may party, yung mga may sakit, yung mga may nagkaroon po ng kamatayan, pwede po Panginoon kayo. Sister Girlie, yung kanyang kapatid, pwede po Panginoon, yung sa pamilya ni Ken po Panginoon, pwede po Panginoon, magkaroon po ng healing. Higit sa lahat, Panginoon, mabahagi nila ito sa kanilang mga mahal sa buhay na hindi pa po kumikilala sa inyo. Upang hindi po maging hulingan lahat pagkat ang buhay po ay katulad dyan ng isa lang na fat o hamog o katulad po sila ng isang singaw na ngayon makikita mo, mamaya wala na. Kaya tulungan niyo po kami nang nakakilala sa inyo bilang aming Diyos at aming Panginoon, nagampanan po namin yung mga tukunin. Salamat po muli sa umagang ito. Pagpalaan niyo po ang bawat isa na nakinig, maging blessing po sa kanila yung lesson ito. Ito po yung aming dalangin at kahilingan sa tanging makapangyarihang pangalan ng Panginoon sa Kristo na aming Diyos at aming Panginoon. Amen.
Amen and amen. Wow. Okay. Gusto namin papasalamatan ang Felix family, the family at PMA Evangelical Church. Marami pong salamat sa inyo. At before we say goodbye, please subscribe, like, and share, and follow our page for more informative videos. Marami pa po. Maraming salamat. Next, napakaganda po ng naging topic ko natin. May related po dito, no? Ang ating, abangan nyo po, ay bibigay po namin within the week.
Okay.
We would like to say goodbye, everybody. God, the Lord bless you. God bless you all.
Good day po at pagpala ng Panginoon ay sumasa inyong lahat sa pangalan ng ating Panginoon sa Kristo.
Maraming pong salamat. Goodbye, everybody.
See you next time.
See you next Saturday. And remember you.